It's a pleasure to have Scott and Paul, Aaron Paul here today with us talking about this fantastic new film, Need for Speed. Please tell us, what can we expect from Need for Speed?
What can people expect, Scott?
Well, I think you can expect something that you're not expecting, which is a movie that's actually very character-driven, but is an experience like you probably had for those that went and saw Top Gun.
Okay.
Fun, hilarious, very emotional, and something you want to share with people. And it's a movie you leave the theater with, whether you're old, young, female, male, child. It's an experience movie. You want to see it with people in the theater.
Okay.
Yeah, because people are going to stand up, they're going to cheer. It's just really that kind of concert movie.
Do we see a sequel coming in the future?
Do you have that crystal ball? Because I
have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we had such a blast shooting this movie, and yeah, if people want to see more, I'm sure we'll jump into another.
We'd love to make another one. It was truly a really fun time making this movie.
Okay. One of the great things about this film is that there's no CGIs, not a lot of green screen.
Yeah.
I mean, tell us, why did you go with this choice?
I grew up in a stunt family with my father, and we did stunts for real. And I think some of the greatest car movies of the 60s and 70s really represent that, which is Bullet, Vanishing Point, Smoking the Bandit. They did it all for real, and they were fun movies. So I really wanted to do that. It's kind of become my signature as a director. Is I don't do CG. I like stuff for real. Active Valor is another example of that. And that was something that was challenging, but as Aaron knows, I'm all about the challenge and how can we do everything in camera.
Aaron, tell us about your character.
Toby Marshall is just a guy's guy. He was pretty much born to love cars. I mean, his father lived and breathed cars. He lives and breathes cars. He's just a blue-collared guy, just trying to keep his head really above water, and he just seems like he just can't kind of catch a break. And the story, the core of it, really, he gets sent to prison for something he didn't do. Mm-hmm. He spends a couple years in there, and the moment he gets out, he's just got nothing but vengeance on his mind, revenge, and the story is really just a race against time, trying to get from the East Coast to the West Coast, and he's after the bad guy, the guy that kind of put him there.
His character's actually modeled around one of my business partners, who was a Baja 1000 champion.
Oh, wow.
And he had this essence of Toby Marshall, which was super gifted on a motorcycle, and his character's super gifted in a car. Didn't have to really work at it that hard because he just had God's gift of the wheel. And Toby Marshall, but he didn't have those opportunities to go to NASCAR and all this other stuff. And so Baja 1000 is a privateer sport, and it was kind of very represents who Toby Marshall was. Never had that opportunities. Yeah.
How much of the character would you say is represented in you?
Well, now that you're like a top BBC Top Gear champion, he's a great driver. So I think we brought it out in him.
Yeah. I've always been a fan of cars. I appreciated cars, and that's really what kind of drew me to this project. And the fact that he wanted to do this film entirely without green screen or CGI really excited me. I thought it was incredibly brave. And so, I think Toby and I both just love cars, love the car world. We're both kind of driven and focused.
How big of a fan are you guys of the video games?
I was a huge fan of the game. I haven't played it in years, but I mean, they definitely know what they're doing. They've made, 18 games?
I think, but
18 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, and tell us your experience hosting Monday night. What was that like?
Monday Night Raw?
Yeah.
It was incredible. I was very nervous because that fan base can be really intense, either in a very positive way or a very negative way, either cheering or booing. So I didn't know which one I was going to get, but
yeah, right.
But because they're not really, they don't really welcome outsiders with open arms generally. But it was great. It was incredible.
And speaking of cheering and booing, we hope that everybody catches you guys on March 14th. Please invite our audience to watch the film.
Please come. It's such a fun ride. You'll really enjoy the fact that you came to the theater. And
It's not what you're expecting. Trust me, it's fun.
yeah.
That's great. That's great. Well, don't miss the film, March 14th, Need for Speed.